Hey, hey. Yeah, this angle is not gonna work. Look at me. I'm like, all right, team. Oh man, do I look like? Yeah, I'm not digging this angle. So pardon me as I change things, and so I like it better a little bit. I was trying to get my stuff together. What can I do? Oh, maybe I'll try this. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, look at me being creative. Love it. Much better. Much better. Good morning, good morning. I was a little bit late getting myself ready this morning. I don't know if this happens to you. I woke up very early this morning. It was still dark out, and I couldn't get back to sleep. So I did lay in bed. I did. And I tried to get back to sleep, but my body didn't have it. And then, yes, I did scroll on TikTok for a while. But yeah, so I am kind of slow in waking up, even though I've been awake for hours. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. Also, what else can I say as a little bit of an intro? Oh, I was doing something. I'll wait until I guess more people on, but just real quick, actually. So first of all, I love this. Not that I love a chill in the air, but the fact that it's not crushingly hot out is awesome. So I have something on my arms, so I'm not chilly. It's not my robe, because after I do this TikTok live, I'm going to walk down to the farmer's market, as I often do, check out the post office, and also go to yoga. So I actually am quasi-dressed. But hey, good morning. So here's a fun thing too, and I may do a TikTok video about this, or maybe this is good at Katie saying I'm ready for fall weather. I am not ready for fall weather, but I am ready for the less than 106-degree temperatures out. But speaking of sunshine and temperatures, so this t-shirt I'm wearing right now, and the more I look at it, the more I realize it's kind of flaking apart and stuff like that. I've had it for a number of years. And I am doing my own t-shirt challenge, which is every time I wear a t-shirt, notice this process. Maybe you do this too. You go to put something on your body. Let's just, for make it easy, make it a t-shirt. You open up your bureau drawer and you grab a t-shirt, and it's one that you normally wear, so you throw it on and then you wash it and then you fold it, and then ostensibly it comes back to your bureau, your dresser, and then you put it away. I decided to change that up slightly because I realized, much like I say to you, is to pay attention to what you own. So what I did was a couple of weeks ago, something like that, I decided that when I ever had a t-shirt, a printed t-shirt specifically, but now I should probably go through my black ones, is anytime I had a t-shirt that I had worn and folded, I would put it in another drawer. Now, this is really cool because I have actually, as you can tell, I'm not like a fashion plate clothes horse type of person. So I actually have a drawer that has enough room that I could put my t-shirts in the other drawer. What this did was it got the ones that I was wearing easily out of circulation, so I could kind of look at the ones that I was looking at, the ones that I wasn't wearing. And then I said to myself, okay, if they're in your drawer, this means they're clothing. There's something about these that makes you want to wear them, and something about these that makes you not want to wear them, so let's just explore that. So I did a TikTok video maybe a week or so ago talking about this process of kind of diverting the clean things in and then kind of challenging myself, getting curious about why I wasn't wearing them. And one of the things I found out with my t-shirts, and maybe you'll find this out too, is that you have clothing in your clothing collection that up here you think, oh, I should probably wear that. And then down here you're like, there's a feeling, there's a thought up here that's like, I should wear that, and then there's another thought, what if it doesn't fit? Or, oh, that's kind of scratchy. Or I've worn that before and I feel dumpy in it. So this is the last official t-shirt of my printed t-shirts that is going through the kind of wearing and deciding process. And this is one that I wore that I realized when I looked at it has a small on the back. I am no longer a small. I am in my medium era. But it's been interesting, and it's like, you know what? I've worn worse t-shirts. I'll wear it today and I'll wash it, and then I'll decide what to do with it. And then the fun thing is that I have realized through this process, I myself have put a couple of t-shirts into a donation bag. So I just suggest this. I'm just offering this as something I'm doing declutter-wise as a decluttering life coach, that you might want to experiment with too while it's still t-shirt weather. You know, when it is fall weather, I will uncover, I'll take my fall clothes, which are probably going to be seriously just long sleeve t-shirts, and I'll probably do the same process. All right, so Cat Just Me says, me too. Woke up at 3:15 a.m., got up at 4. Now it's 8, and I'm ready to go get productive. All right. Well, maybe I can help you with that. All right. So if we haven't met before, maybe it's early on a Saturday for you. My name is Beth. I am a decluttering life coach. My coaching is called Destination Decluttered because I love to travel. I love the road trip metaphor because that's the thing that really made it click for me when I realized I could make my life what I wanted it to, clutter-wise and otherwise, by looking at my life more like a road trip than anything else. I love to share this, okay? I love to share this with you, so that's why I show up. Now here, up north, Amy is saying, I have too many t-shirts. Okay, the too many, too much, not just right. Not I have none, I have too much, not just right. I'm looking for my just right quantity of shirts. Now, it's not a number, it's a feeling. It's the ones that are going to fit easily on my body, fit easily into my bureau drawers, and fit easily with, I feel good and look good in them, There we go. Kara is all about sort, sell, and savers. I love it. So Kara is manifesting gently used appliances on Facebook Marketplace today. Yes, manifest, people. Now, I am not... I read about the manifesting, and there's certain parts of it I totally embrace. And one of the things is get clarity in your mind. This is your destination, and even my hand is going to go point to that notion of a destination. What do you want? What do you not want? The more clarity you can get around that, the easier it is to just aim for it. It's like being on a road trip. Again, the road trip metaphor comes in wicked handy for me. So you put in your mind, this is where I want to go on my road trip. If I don't have a destination, I'm just kind of driving around. Now, there's nothing wrong with driving around, except for if you are kind of frustrated that you're not psyched about it. Alrighty. So think about this. Jeannie is asking, how do you stop the I need more mindset? So what I would say is this: I like to play with words. So just think about this. Your mind is set, but you can unset it and forget it. You can unset it. It doesn't have to be set in a way that says, I need more. What I invite you to do is think of that phrase, those words in your head, I need more, as an opportunity to just get curious. I would ask you, and I would ask what I would call your backseat driver, is that really true? Do I really need more? Right now, I am listening to somebody on TikTok who is telling me about helping me with my clutter. Now, I will share this with everybody. Clutter to me is the amount of items between just right and too much. The thought of having I need more usually comes from kind of lack to just right. I need more food because I'm hungry. We get not in trouble, but things happen when you get from just right to over that. So, Jeannie, with curiosity and love for yourself, ask yourself, is that really true? Do I really need more? And this is one of the things I find really helpful for me when I'm trying to work this out. I cannot solve all the problems with using my mind alone. Nobody in the earth can. It makes it easier if you grab a pen and a notebook, some decent sized paper, not something little and dinky, because I want you to write down, is this really true? And this is how I do it, so let me share with you what works for me. I am a big proponent in this. So notice my hands right here. No, I'm not praying. What I'm saying is there's two sides, okay? You've got kind of fear on one side, love on the other, judgment, holding you back, the life you want. Two sides to every record. And what I do is, even when I'm trying to kind of figure out what's going on up here and in here, is I will take my piece of paper in my notebook and I will fold it in half to create two columns. And on one side I put fear, and the other side I put love. Fear and love, peace and love. It's all. And I will write down the things that I need more. Is that really true? Not really. And I will write kind of a loving response to that. I will have a conversation within myself. I will also calm down my nervous system. I will quiet down my nervous system in order to. I will sit down. I will write down. I seriously love sharing with you how beneficial thinking of the word down can be. You know? Calming down, quieting down, sitting down, slowing down, quieting down, writing down, chunking down. There's so many downs that can help you kind of down regulate. You can breathe down. You can look down. You can close down your eyes. There's so many downs that I want you to think of. Sizing down even. Yeah, good one, Mimsy. You know? So quiet down and just begin to have a conversation with yourself and write notes. Discover what you're finding out. Why do I feel like I need more? Is it because I didn't grow up with a lot? Could be. Could it be because I'm influenced by what I see on TikTok, and oh, that looks cool, I need that. That's going to make me feel better. Notice where your thoughts are coming from and how they make you feel, because when you notice that, if they're not making you feel good and they're keeping you stuck, then you know what you have to work with. You can start there to flip it. How would I rather feel? If I feel heavy, would I rather feel light? That type of thing. So just try that, okay? Calming down, writing it down, asking yourself, where does this thought come from? The answers may surprise you. Moi says, my friend planted the seed. I love that. Planting a seed to me by saying less stuff to dust. Yes. Helped me not buy useless items, non-essential, just for the looks, etc. Yeah. I am in my era, and maybe you are too, and that's why you're watching me here on TikTok, where you're tired of taking care of things. I am tired of being responsible for stuff to maintain items. The more things I buy, the more things I'm responsible for. I have to wash them. I have to dry them. I have to put them away. I have to put them on display. I have to dust them. I have to make sure they don't get broken. I have to decide what to do with them before, when I die. That's a lot of responsibility that I'm just tired of having in my decades, Okay, this is really, so just think about that. The more stuff you have, the more stuff you have to take care of, the more stuff you have to dust. And the less money you have to buy, to have for stuff that's really important for you. Now, again, I come from this from a coaching perspective, but also a Gen X perspective with the fact that I tend to randomly burst into to song and make pop culture references, but also my age. I am looking ahead, and it kind of freaks me out. I'm not going to lie. It freaks me out to realize that even though my brain thinks it's in its, early 30s, I see 60 through the windshield. I see more decades behind me in the rearview mirror than I do ahead of me. So I'm like, okay, I better start doing stuff now while I have the energy, while I have the motivation, while I have the brain cells and the physical capacity to ensure that I'm living a life that I want, like starting yesterday. Okay? Dustables. I love it. Up north, Amy says dustables. Yeah, dustables. Dust catchers, I've heard that. Yeah. Okay? So that's the motivator for me. What's the motivator for you? What's the thing it's making you say, yeah, you know what? Decluttering. Damn, I got to do that. Now, for me, I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews. So I am also dealing with, this is the kind of the sandwich generation. Some of us are, where we have parents ahead of us that are still alive, or people in our family, or stuff that we know. We can see stuff coming down the pipeline because they've got a house full of stuff that they're not dealing with. I've got my own stuff. I've had it for decades. They've got their stuff. They've had it for decades. But if they die, I'm going to have to deal with their stuff. Or maybe you already are. Maybe you have a storage unit, or maybe you've got tons of stuff that isn't even yours in your house. And then you look back and maybe you've got a decade, and this is the thing that freaks me out too, is that there are decades of people who are younger than me, in my family, that I'm like, I don't want to saddle them with that responsibility of stuff like I have. I want us to be the people who break this cycle. That's why I show up early on a Saturday morning on my patio, to just encourage you to say, okay, if I'm not psyched about my stuff, the quantity of stuff, the quality of stuff, the stuff that used to do it for me, the stuff I thought would make me happy, some of it may still do that. Some of it may not. Clutter is the stuff that doesn't make you happy. Clutter is the stuff that gets in the way of your happiness because it makes it more difficult to live in your house. I just want to live in a house. I was experimenting, I'll be honest with you. I was experimenting with how to articulate this kind of stuff with the text on my website. And I was just like, wouldn't you like to live in a home that makes it easier to live? And really, decluttering helps you live in a home that's easier. And I'm all about easier. Okay? I hope you are too. All right? So, here we go. I'm backing up a little bit. I'm reading your comments. All right. I know this feeling, says Mosey. Yeah, there we go. All right. So here's an interesting thing. Yeah, and Cat Mama, you're just ahead of me on the highway a little bit. I'm so there at 65. Yeah. And Monica is saying, my baby niece is coming over tomorrow. I need to clean today. Yeah. Notice how we tend to clean up for people, myself included. We tend to kind of step it up a bit when other people are coming into our houses. But what do we do for ourselves? We live in our houses all the frickin' time. Don't we want to live in a house that's nice and tidy? Maybe you don't know how to. That's why I do coaching. Coaching. Did you hear me? That was so weird. I just said it like that. I know it can be a struggle, but trust me, I can help you with that. Okay. Notice the motivator. Somebody's coming over. Oh crap, we got to clean. I literally saw a video this morning when I was up too early, scrolling on TikTok, and it was ADHDers, like when somebody's coming over and it was somebody kind of shoving things into boxes and bags and things. I know that feeling. I used to be that way. I grew up in a family of that way. I'm digging out my family's house of stuff that way. I'm not coming up from, I'm not here on the mountain. I'm right here with you on the road, doing it myself, but also learning so much that I just feel like I got to share it with you because I don't want you to take, I want you to learn from my experience. All right. I love it. AC says, moving forced me to declutter 80% of my stuff. Donated, sold, trashed. Love it. Love it. Notice when you have an exterior motivator that you kind of step up. You make those decisions because you're moving. You make those decisions to declutter because you've got people coming over the house. Use those things. If external motivation, as I like to call it, works for you, create an external motivator. Invite some people over, but don't do it immediately. Give it time so you can declutter the right way so you're not throwing things into boxes. Okay? This is what I say. Alrighty, and thank you, Moi, for sharing the live. I see some things here. Mid-40s here. Hey, time for a change. Held on to parents, families, house, excessive furniture, over old papers, etc. Yeah, held. I love the fact. Because this is the way this is how we communicate. We communicate through words and energy. And I can sense you're like, done. I'm done. It's time for a change. I held on to parents and family house items. I held on to them. Past tense. Not I'm holding on to. When you can say that you used to do something and now you're doing something different, you are changing. So awesome. Okay. So sweet one. I'm overwhelmed and can't start with cleaning up my... Whoa. Excuse me. This is what I get for having my flip-flops on. I should just go barefoot. Hold on just a sec, people. And Cat just me, I just saw because it backed up when I did that. I bought a few more tops lately, realizing I'm taking hangers off my husband's side. Time to purge. I literally this morning, I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I lie to you? No. Would I lie to you, honey? No. I was hanging up stuff that I didn't wear on my trip out to Vegas, and I realized I have a finite number of hangers in my closet. They're these funky ones that I thrifted back in the day that has like kind of crocheted yarn on them. They were like old granny hangers. And I realized I ran out of, I was at max capacity. And I said to myself, that's it. I can't buy any more clothes, or else I'm going to have to kind of do a one in, one out type of thing. So notice that your quantity of hangers is indicating that it might be time to cull some things, okay? So I apologize here. I got screwed up because I almost kicked over my phone. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, do it now. Exhausting a little bit every day. Okay, sweet tone, or sweet tone, sweet one. Overwhelm, can't start, so common, you're not alone. Unsure, notice all those things. What I want to offer to you is this. Deal with and manage and know you can do something about your overwhelm first. Please start with the overwhelm. Close your eyes, eyelids down, breathing down, sitting down, quieting down. Give some oxygen down into your lungs. Breathe down to the bottom of your feet. Quiet down, slow down. Get yourself into a trance. Hypnotize yourself. Quiet down your nervous system. When everything in your body is going zing, you go shh. Pet down. Calm down. Tap down. Focus down. Pencils down. Quiet down. All those things. You can do this. This is not rocket science. This is so good. When you feel less overwhelmed, what I want to offer to you is think of the thing that is making you feel not so good. Is it an image? Is it a room? Something. Light up that part of your brain that's like, ooh, this is not working. And let's play with it. Once that part of your brain is lit up, let's play with that. What is it? Is it a certain room? Is it a certain object? Is it everything? Okay, the whole house. And once you do that, notice that. And then say, you know what? What would I rather feel? What's the opposite of this right now? Let's even just start there. Pat cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Okay, you can start cleaning up your messy room. You're unsure how to determine how many clothes to keep? What I want to start with is notice how your clothes feel on your body. Pick a category of clothing. Notice I'm talking in nice calm tones. Talk lovingly to yourself as you go through this process too. Quietly, patiently. Don't rush yourself through something that you're struggling to do. It's just going to make it worse. Go to your clothes and pick out a category. I was just talking about t-shirts earlier, okay? Category. T-shirts. Pull them out. And what you're going to find organically is, when you do this, because you already do this naturally, this is something you do all the time, sweet one. You pick out clothes to put on your body by deciding what you're putting on and what you're not putting on. So notice that. What are the things you wear all the time? I will share with you that we mostly wear 20% of our clothing 80% of the time. That's why we're doing laundry so frequently. But notice when you're doing laundry that there's still clothing in your drawer, just t-shirts. Get curious about your t-shirts. I was doing this myself, and a lot of people here have been doing this too, so you're not alone. Get curious about the t-shirts you're not wearing. And say, okay, how about this? I'm going to play a game. I like to make things fun. I make everything a game, okay? Because why not? Why not make it fun? And say, I'm going to make a game that I am going to wear every single one of my t-shirts at least once this summer, and I can't repeat them. And then what you're going to find out when you do that is they're going to be, again, ones that you're drawn towards and ones that are still like, no, I'm not going to wear them. Get curious about the ones you love. What is it about the ones you love and wear? Notice that. What is it about the ones you really don't like? Notice that. Is it the cut? Is it the color? Is it the design? Is it faded? Does it fit weird? Notice you practice making decisions. And it's not a number of clothing. The number only comes into account when you're trying to fit the amount of items into a fixed space. The number is irrelevant. I have no idea how many of anything I have. But the amount fits into my drawers and my closet. Immediately when I grab for something, it's easy. Again, decluttering makes living easier. Decluttering makes your life easier. I can just grab something, know it's going to fit, put it on. Because I have also noticed what didn't fit, and instead of hanging on to it, I've put it in a donation bag and removed it from my home. Okay? But everybody, start with how you're feeling inside and calm down, because when you do this, what you're doing is you're allowing your brain to get out of fear, to fight or flight, what I call your backseat driver mode, and open to the possibilities that are out there and the possibility that you can start cleaning up your messy room. Okay? This is what we do. All right? Yeah. And do it now. As Cat Mama says, and I'll reinforce this, Cat Mama is 65. She shared that. She's doing it with her mother's stuff at 65. Exhausting. But yes, doing a little bit every day. The older we get, I hate to break this to the youngsters, the older you get, even if you want to, you do not have the stamina that you did when you were younger. So capitalize on the energy you have now. I am the youngest today, you guys. We are the youngest we will ever be. Tomorrow we will be a day older. So use the energy you have and the time you have so that you're not struggling with this when you're also exhausted. Okay? Notice these things, people. There we go. Aw, moi, all with your help, so grateful. You're welcome. You're welcome. I show up because I know what it's like to not have anybody on, like, not have anybody on your side. That sounds overly dramatic. But my parents didn't know how to declutter. That's why I'm doing it in their house now. They didn't know how to declutter, so I'm digging them out. I also didn't learn the skills. And also, I learned certain superficial skills when I worked in visual merchandising. And so that helped have things look good on the surface. But as far as stored stuff, oh, that was another story. Like, I am literally, what I was doing right before this TikTok Live, I'll share this with you. I was Googling eBay to see if something I have is worth money that I might want to sell or give it away. You know? So here, I'm going to back up. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm holding on to Mom's stuff after 4 years of her passing, Lila Bear. You can hang on to the stuff as long as you want, but just notice, does the hanging on make you feel good, or does it make you feel not so good? I only want you to do things that make you feel good, and if you're not feeling good right now with the quantity and quality of the stuff you have, with the origin story, you are allowed to change it. And if you want to change it, please do it sooner rather than later. All right. I love the interplay with people here. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Kimberly says, my whole house is a disaster. I woke up this morning determined to stop living like this. Okay, Kimberly, I can help you with this. Okay. And maybe, I don't know when you tuned in, but please notice that energy that you have, that gung-ho energy is really good, but it's not going to last. Now, I share this with you so you're not disappointed when you run out of gas. Again, the car metaphors come up all the time. You're all gung-ho, you're ready to go. Plan for the long journey, but think of it as a road trip where you have fun along the way and you learn about yourself. And you're tired of being where you are, but before you do that, before you start driving, get a clue as to what you're aiming for. This will make the job easier because then you'll know what belongs and what doesn't. Okay? Hang out with me. I do these TikTok lives a lot, and I also have an email list you can sign up for. I'm doing a group Zoom. I do it once a month for the people on the mailing list. It's free. And I do a bunch of other things for my people on the Zoom call, and the best people get the number one thing is my one-on-one coaching. So there's different kind of gradations to what I do. TikTok videos, TikTok lives are up on YouTube, yada yada. I can help you, but no, but this is how I help. Is I want you to calm down your nervous system, to define what you want, but then get curious and discover why you are the way you are, and not like, oh, we got to go into like freaking, I'm not a therapist, but it's really interesting to notice the stories and the habits that have gotten you to where you are, so that's where we'll start, is undoing and curiously just kind of remapping your brain so you think differently and act differently. Okay? All right. Okay. Moi, notice this. All right? Reclothing, because you're not alone. I want to get rid of some. My rational brain says, I want to get rid of some of this. But you have another part of your brain that is in fear mode. The fear of, what if I want to wear it next season and I have no money to buy more clothes? Notice that. Now, how about this? How about looking at your clothing as the stuff, first of all, notice the fear can get you all kind of riled up. How would you rather feel? Wouldn't you rather feel like I'm not going to worry that I have enough clothes? I have more than enough clothes. If you didn't have more than enough, you wouldn't be wanting to get rid of some of them. You would be at your just right point. So it doesn't mean you have to go whole hog. Purging does not mean have to be throwing up everything. Okay? It can mean 10%. It can mean 2 shirts. What is the difference between your too much and your just right? You only know that. So get curious. Pull out 1 shirt, see how it feels. Pull out another shirt, see how it feels. You can do it incrementally. Actually, the best way to do this is incrementally, at a pace that allows your brain and your nervous system and your body to catch up with the amount of stuff you have and get used to that. And then say, okay, does this feel right? Or could I go another round and see if there's anything else I could tidy up? Okay? So, notice that. Jelly Bee is asking, did you post the July-August live stream dates? I have not. You know why? This is what I'm doing, Jelly Bee. I will clue you into this. I haven't gone into August because I am kind of in denial that August is so far, like, through the windshield, I can almost see it. And I also have a trip between now and then. What I have done, though, is I'm not going to be posting here on TikTok the dates of my TikTok lives. No. I decided to save that for the people on my mailing list. It's an encouragement to get you on my mailing list if you're interested. The thing is I don't feel bad about suggesting you get on my mailing list because I don't spam you. I send you good stuff. I send you inspiration, motivation, and you also get access to so much stuff for free. And one of the things you get access to is the schedule of my TikTok lives. So Jelly Bee, if you're on the mailing list, you have been sent the schedule. And I also am going to send out another email this weekend about some changes I'm making that are going to be really cool for the people on the mailing list. So if you're on the mailing list, if you want to know when I show up at TikTok Live, there is a schedule. I am showing up at scheduled times that certain people know about, and it's people on the mailing list. If you want to be a person on the mailing list, just sign up at destinationdeclutter.com/join. It's free, so I'm not really selling you anything. But if you're interested in taking that little baby step a little bit closer and, knowing when to show up for my TikTok lives, that's how you do it. Okay? Hope that helps. Woo! Alrighty, so I just saw a bunch of messages pop up. I am here. Okay. Energy issues and depression. Okay, everybody, please take self-care. It's not just bubble baths and, manicures and massages. Low energy and depression, get help with that. Help yourself with that. Okay? Alrighty. Notice these things, people. Please, I say this. Take care of yourself first. Decluttering is taking care of yourself, but you're going to not be able to drive forward if you have no gas in your tank. If you've got a flat tire. If there's something misfiring under your hood and your engine is not working well. Get your car fixed first before you start driving forward. Okay? Okay. Just can't walk into my room. You know why you can't? I just can't. It's because it activates your nervous system. Notice that. What can you do to calm it down? Maybe you put on your blinders and you go into a room for 5 minutes and come out. Yep. Pat is saying it's so true. Beth also recommends using timers. Yeah, this is nothing I invented. This is a Pomodoro method. But setting a timer, I just even kind of organically said it. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Go into a room and mess with the energy. Break the spell. Break the spell of the stuff that has a hold over you. Say, I can do something about this. Go into a room and give yourself 5 minutes to start pulling out some trash. Okay, something easy, something that goes in the trash that immediately goes in the trash. Then go out and leave and congratulate yourself for what you did. Okay, notice what you've done. You've done something you were afraid to do. Do not be afraid of your clutter. It's just stuff. It's just stuff that was made in a factory somewhere. Okay? Don't let fear stop you. Notice, fear stops you from even walking into the room. Lean into the love. Lean into the curiosity. Lean into the life you want, as opposed to letting fear stop you. Okay? All right? Hey, Susan Garcia, I want to offer this to you. So Susan is saying, I have 2 children that are 20-something years old, so I am hanging on to things they may need. This is what I recommend. Now, I am not a mother. I am a wicked cool auntie, but I want to offer this to you. Your kids are old enough to decide these things for themselves. I say this to everybody. This is how I coach. I think it is truly, truly important to get the people who are involved in the household and the clutter involved in the decision-making processes. So if you are holding on to things for your children, they are old enough to have a conversation with you, and you should have a conversation with them, to say, hey, I am holding on to this for you. Do you want it or not? And also notice that you break the habit of guilting people into things. So don't guilt them into it. Even though you saved it for them, do not guilt them into that. If they say they don't want it, trust them and get it out of the house. Get your spouse, your mate, your kids, no matter what age these people are, decluttering is a life skill. Decluttering is a decision-making ability to say, what do I want in my home and my life? What do I not want in my home and my life? Okay? This is how I coach. I don't think it should fall to, literally, you guys, 99% of the people that follow me, my clients on the mailing list, were all women. We are told by society that it is our job to take care of the house and that everybody else gets a free pass. I call stop and redirect on that one. I say, let's stop that and let's get the other people involved. It shouldn't only be us doing this, okay? Now, our own stuff, sure, like I'm not going to have my husband declutter my clothing, but I'm also going to say to him, hey, it's not easy for you to put away your laundry right now. Start culling out some stuff. And I say this with love because this is a decision-making process, okay? Sweet One is saying, I have piles of clean washed clothing in stacks on top of laundry baskets. Should I sort it by type? I think that's a great idea because you need to know the quantity and quality of clothing you have. And then you can even, before you even put away your clean laundry, say, do I even want this anymore? I would highly recommend at all times, everybody, I do this myself, have a donation bag always in your house. I have one of those plastic kitchen bags with the handles, you know, the ones that you go zoop, because then I can hang it on the back of my bedroom door. We always have one going because we will inevitably find clothing we're not wearing, and it's a continual process. Okay? Yeah. Kimberly, notice you want the calm. You want the feeling of calm. Write that down. Everybody, write down your wish list. What do you want your home to look like? How do you want your home to function? And more importantly, how do you want to feel in your home? I feel some calm when I go to friends' houses and they are clean. I feel such peace and want that, says Kimberly. When you know what you want, then you've connected the two dots. Here's where you are. This is where you want to go. It becomes a road trip. You have a point A and you have a point M, because it's not point A to point B. You're going to go through B, C, D, E, F, G. You're going to go through different states to do a cross-country road trip. Okay? All right, Tamara says, I did that. I realized I was not trusting God to supply for me what I needed. Okay, if trusting in God works for you, then do it. I say, do what works for you. Okay? So here we go. I'm backing up here. How to deal with the required clutter. All right? I think somebody says taxes for 7 years. Yep, there we go. Okay, taxes for 7 years. Here's what I do. Do the same thing. Get yourself a plastic tote at Target. They cost like $5-7. A clear plastic tote that you can see through and has a lid. Put your taxes for 7 years, and then next year when your taxes come in, you declutter the one from the 8th year, and then you lather, rinse, repeat. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Barbara's asking me how my training trip was. It was awesome. It was awesome. I learned so many good things. I also learned, I will share with you, I felt really good about the stuff that I took in with my coaching certification that I was doing organically. But I practice doing this all the time, and I always want to get better so I can be a more effective coach. So thank you for asking. It was also crazy hot there, so I'm loving being on my patio now when it's not that hot. Okay. Oh, thank you, that one persona. There we go. Are you a list maker to mark off or just getting busy for a few hours? Depends. Sometimes I make a list. I love making lists because I love that delight of crossing things off. It also hones me in on what's really important. I started making a list this morning. Try it. You might like it. Mother Earth is ready to declutter. I'm very rural, though, and don't have a place to send good items. You know what? Save up your good items and make it a day trip. Go have some fun. Go find a place you can donate things and say, okay, in August, I'm going to take all this good stuff to the place that's not in my rural place. Don't throw good items away. Make a fun plan to go donate them. I make fun plans to donate stuff all the time. I think I did a TikTok once when I said, you know what? I'm going to go donate these things to a Goodwill 45 minutes away from here just because I can. Now, I don't live in a rural place, so I have plenty of places, but make it fun. Make it an excuse to go on an adventure. Go on a road trip. Go donate some things in a place that's near you and have some lunch. You know? Love these things. Okay, Paul the Chick, I love it, is getting rid of 200 children's books this past week. Passed them on. Shared them to moms, grandmas, and teachers. That's another thing, too, Mother Earth, is maybe you have people around you who want the stuff that you don't want. Maybe people in your community, your rural community. You know? There's all sorts of things. Notice, open your mind up to the possibilities. And the possibilities will come to you. Okay? Notice these things, you guys. I love it. Megan Wolfie, love this live. Here I am. I do these a lot. I do. I will tell you, I have one tomorrow, and I have some until the end of... I have TikTok Lives scheduled until the end of July. I have a schedule that I share with the people on my mailing list. It's a free mailing list, and this is a cool thing you get. DestinationDecluttered.com/join. And hey, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. This is going by wicked fast. Okay. Alrighty, so Sweet One says, I missed what you said about fear of ridding of clothing and no money to buy again. Alright, I will recap. Really quickly. This is, I don't know why I'm doing it quickly because this is really important. This is how I approach pretty much everything. On the one hand, you have what's keeping you stuck. I call this fear. I call this your backseat driver. Scarcity, fear, anything under that. However, you have two hands. There's another side of it. You have love. I'm using my mug today, my Beatles mug. All you need is love. On the other hand, you have love and trust. And, you know, if you're spiritual, you've got God, whatever. The universe, abundance, lack, abundance, scarcity, satiety. There's all these opposites, okay? Fear. The fear of... It's a story in your head that makes you feel, lack, fear, and you hold on to things. You're hanging on to stuff because you have a fear that if you let go of it, you're not going to have anything. Notice, I have a fear of reading my... I have fear that if I donate these clothes this summer, next summer is going to come around, and I'm going to not have any clothes to wear or money to buy them. Now, I don't know your situation. I really don't. But I have an educated guess that you still will have clothes to wear next year. Now, this is me talking rationally, but you can't talk rationally to a nervous, scared backseat driver. So you calm that down and you say, is this really true? Is this really true? And then you have some fun with it. Am I going to be naked next summer if I donate some of my clothes that I don't even want this summer? Because notice, if you have the urge to declutter, that is your body and your brain already cluing you into that you have stuff in your home that you already don't want. And I want to just remind everybody, decluttering is not getting rid of the good stuff. No, I have my house full of good stuff. Decluttering is getting rid of the stuff that you don't want anymore, that you've already made a decision. A very low level, very kind of deep vibrational misalignment of stuff you don't want. When you honor that deep vibration of, I don't want that anymore, and you act upon it, you are in alignment with your true self. You are. When you also look around, you're like, nope, I love that, love it, love it, love it. This is the right amount of stuff. It's easy to take care of. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You're in alignment with yourself. And you also know that bringing in anything else might disrupt that alignment. So you're very conscious about what you bring into your house. Okay? All right? Abbott Elementary. I love this. When I saw you were live, I had to get up and get decluttering. Now I got to offer this, and you know this because you're one of my clients. While I do love that, I am a it would be a Pavlovian response to where I am. What if I do anything here, I want you to remind yourself to learn how to motivate yourself to declutter even when I'm not live. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of a bonus. Sure, I'm going to take external things too. I hope you are also decluttering when I'm not around, and we'll find that out next week. Okay? Here we go. I love it. Good stuff, people. When you need someone physically to help, is there a registry? Mama Nation, ideas on way to donate hospital beds, call nursing, and I love it. Cat Mama's going through this. So notice we are all benefiting from somebody else's experience. You know, that one persona is offering, call NSG Homes or agencies that help people, donate a wheelchair, get in touch. That one persona is saying, get in touch with local home health. They may know of places. Yes, this is the beauty. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, local medical supply store. You know your community better than I do. And if you don't know your new community, your community, this is a wonderful way to get to know it. Know that you're not the first person who has things to donate. You're not going to be the last. Open up your eyes and your mind and your ears and your, Google to what's around you that are places that you can donate things. Okay? I love it. There's great ideas being passed all around. This is collaboration, people. This is not hierarchical. This is us collaborating to rising tide floats all boats. We're all here to help each other. I just happen to be the person that connects us all. I am like the hub because I have the Facebook page and the, whatever, but we are all here to help each other. So if you have something to help with, notice that there's also, even though you're here looking for help, you have stuff to give. Clutter is abundance. Clutter means too much. Clutter means I have enough and I have more than enough. Now, our brains are miswired sometimes. We get our wires crossed thinking if I declutter, I immediately go from too much to lack to, oh my gosh, I'm going from I have it to it goes in the trash. I have it to nothing. No, you're missing the most crucial point is the just right point. Think of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. There was too hot, too cold, and just right. There was this bed is too hard, this bed is too soft, this bed is just right. You don't go from all or nothing. All or nothing thinking jams us all up. So notice that and stop it and redirect. Okay? This is what you just notice. Okay? All right, what should go into a drawer? Weird question. All right, stuff that you fold. It depends. I mean, I'm thinking clothing goes into a drawer, but notice that clothing and goes into drawers. Silverware goes into drawers. Whatever you want to put in there that you don't want to see on a daily basis and you don't want to hang up. Trust yourself. What do you want? What makes sense to you to put in a drawer? Why do you do what you do? You have habits. Do your habits get you where you want to go? I have certain habits. I don't like to see a lot of clutter out. I get distracted when I see things out of place. Now, is my house minimalist? No. I like to see things I enjoy looking at. But do I need to see my clothes all the time? No. If I want to see my clothes, I open a door of my closet, or I open a drawer and look down and see my, yoga pants and stuff. Okay? There we go. Mama Nation says, I always hop on your lives for the collaboration. Cool. Our state has a Buy Nothing, Pay Nothing Facebook page. Yeah. I heard it's across the USA. Notice what's available in your house, in your community. And your community will benefit from that. Okay? Buy Nothing groups. There are so many things. As if you open up your eyes, nothing isn't just I have it or it goes in a dumpster. I have it. No, there are so many different ways that you can release what you don't want, because what you don't want, somebody else may desperately need or may just enjoy having. If you don't enjoy having it anymore, pass it along. But also, as you're doing the decluttering, as you're knocking down the number of items in your home and getting closer to your just right point, if you do not examine your habits and thoughts and stories and actions, you will reclutter again. You will continue to bring things into your home. Ask yourself why you are bringing things into your home, why you brought the things into your home. And I want to suggest to you this. It might be because you just wanted to feel better about something, you know? And Terry is saying, this is a good point. The process of removing can be daunting as well. Daunting. Why is it daunting? Daunting. What does that even mean? Overwhelming? Haunting? Daunting? It doesn't sound good. It doesn't have to be that way, though. It can be fun. It is fun. As many people will hear, when people have decluttered and they show up, they inevitably say, I did this thing. I insert the blank decluttered and it felt positive adjective. If I'm going to be all Mad Libs on your butt, you know? I decluttered and it felt good is always when people come back to my TikTok lives and they report back to what they have done. I decluttered and I paid attention to what I was doing and I did it in a way that felt good to me and it felt good. Okay? Jelly Bee, you can feel like it's too late to turn your life around. Turn your love around. If you feel like it's too late, you're going to believe it's too late and you're not going to turn it around. You are 4 years younger than me. You are 9 years younger than Cat Mama. We're doing it. You're not that old. But if you want to stay 54 and say, I'm doomed, it's too late, that's your prerogative. You know, Erin, there we go, my dear. We are still young and it's never too late. Notice how those things make you feel, okay? Just notice the feeling, people. I'm 54. It's too late to turn around. It's too late. I'm stuck. It's too late. I'm doomed. I can't even turn around. I'm stuck here. I can't turn my car around. How does that feel to even hear me say it? Now, granted, I'm kind of exaggerating with my voice and energy for effect, but listen to Erin on the other hand. No! We are still young. It is never too late. It is never too late. No. Now, when you say it's never too late, yeah, it's never too late. What can I do today? That opens you up instead of closing you down. That gets you moving instead of getting stuck. You know? There, Lynn is saying, I have decluttered. I'm almost there, and it feels great at 67. You know? Yeah. Well, when you say it, it sounds like it's not too late because it's not too late. But notice, everybody, negative self-talk gets you stuck. Stop that shit and start talking to yourself nice, all right? Seriously. It is such a freaking waste of energy and time. And I say this as somebody who talked negatively to herself for pretty much the first 50 years of her life. Maybe 30, and then it was halvesies. Now I am totally in camp, let's reframe this shit and get going, because time is short, you know? Yeah, this is our kick-ass decade. We have the wisdom. You got this and you're not alone. Shit, Erin, you're getting me jacked up and I'm only on my first cup of tea, you know? Yeah, Mama Nation just turned 60 with new ADHD diagnosis and hoping I can stimulate some executive function. Okay, here's how we do it, people, because I get ADHD in my family too. We are making it fun and we're getting it done. When you hang out with me, I'm not going to be all boring and here, put your stuff into, like, you know, clear boxes. No, we're going to get into it. We're going to mess around. We're going to play. We're going to find out what's going on behind the scenes that's kept us talking to ourselves so crappily. I'm going to shut that lovingly, quiet down that voice. Shut the fuck up. And then we're going to listen to our kick-ass co-pilot, our spark, our internal co-pilot who's like, you got this. Where do you want to go? We're on a road trip. Where are we going? And I say, we're going here. And okay, I can help you get there. You know, there we go. Gina is saying, I am celebrating 61 today and I'm creating the vibe I want. This is who we're hanging out with, people. If you're a glum chum and you want to stay glum, by all means do that, but not on my watch. Life is too short to tolerate that. If you want to wallow and get stuck in the mire, no time to wallow in the mire. Didn't Mr. Morrison say that? Okay, there's no time. Come on, baby, light your own frickin' fire, okay? You know? Yeah, everyone in Abbott Elementary, no matter how old, is not we have today. Our future selves will be happier. And our today selves, our future selves later today are going to be happier. Yeah, notice what you want and notice what you don't want. And yes, Gina, happy birthday. Pat is saying, I don't want to be one who needs a storage unit. So start now. Yeah. AJE Abdkadeshi Dekvalnok Stewartses says the smallest decluttering area can change your whole day. Sock drawer, silverware drawer, glove box. Every little bit helps, people. All right, sweet one. Tips on cleaning out the bath and body products. Yeah, chuck the stuff you don't use. It doesn't have to be difficult. Do not overthink this, people. Notice that things have expiration dates. Ask yourself, when's the last time I used this? Why am I not using it? Oh, it smells weird. It didn't work. Why am I hanging on to this? Because I paid a lot for it. Are you getting your money back? No. Throw it in the trash. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Terry is saying, who's glum? Somebody was saying, I'm 54. It's too late. It is never too late. Because notice what happens. If you say that to yourself, you don't get started. You're stopped. You're stuck. You're parked in the driveway. Do you want to be parked in the driveway? Or do you want to be on the road driving on a kick-ass road trip called your life? I am on a kick-ass road trip called my life. I freaking love it. That's why I'm here to sell the siren song of, come on, people. Let's get on the road and change our lives before it's too late. Before it is too late. Before we're 80, 90, 100 and we can't drive. Okay? Notice these things. You have the power. I got the power. If you want to, this is the key phrase, if you want to, you can change your life. Even a little bit can make a great difference. You have to want to. And if you don't want to, I suggest you sit there with a pen and paper and write down all the reasons you don't want to. The fears that are keeping you stuck. It will be an eye-opener. Okay? There we go. Pack those unnecessary bath and body products for your next travel trip. Take them and use them then and then toss them. You know? Notice these things. All right. Beautiful Life is diving into the laundry room. Pray for me. You got this. You got this. Laundry is good. Laundry is fun. Laundry smells nice. It's warm. It's clean. It's the clothes you wear. What I would love for you to do is before you put your laundry away, notice the stuff that's still in the drawers. Notice the stuff you're not using. That may be your clutter. If you're not using it, you're not wearing it, you're not loving it, that is a contender for clutter. Okay? Okay, there we go. Notice all these wonderful ideas. Donating bath and body products to women's shelters. Claim half a shampoo in a buy nothing group. Yeah, Cat Mama says, Jelly Beat, I'm 65, don't wait. I'm dealing with my mom's stuff and my own. The sooner you get on the road, the sooner you're enjoying the ride, and especially you're enjoying the ride because it's a road trip towards your destination decluttered. This is why I call it Destination Decluttered, to remind myself of the road trip aspect of this. You can be aiming towards a life you love and enjoying the ride and feeling good every day you're doing it. You know? All sorts of things. There we go. Oh, there's so much I don't love. Time to toss it. Yes. And notice this. When you have a bunch of stuff in your house, you've got stuff you like, stuff that you hate, and stuff you love. When you remove the stuff you hate and then remove the stuff you don't love, all you're left with is the stuff you love. It's quality versus quantity. Okay? It's culling out the weeds. It's weeding your garden. It's getting rid of expired food. It's getting rid of clothes that make you feel crappy about your body. It's getting rid of, food that makes you feel oogie. It's learning from what you brought into your house and changing your habits so you're not bringing so many things in all the time. There we go. Now, TikTok is telling me that this TikTok is going to end in 5 minutes. It's actually going to end right now because I have a kick-ass life to go lead. Don't you too? Here's what I want to suggest to you. Do a little bit of decluttering today and let me know tomorrow on the TikTok Live how it goes. Now, I'll be honest with you. Off the top of my head, I don't know when tomorrow's TikTok is. If you're on the mailing list, you know. If you want to know when tomorrow's TikTok is and the rest of them for the rest of this week, if you want to go on this decluttering journey with me, get on my mailing list. It's free. DestinationDecluttered.com/join. You're going to find out how to get get all sorts of free cool stuff. Okay? So do some decluttering today. Notice how it feels. If it doesn't feel good, you're not doing it right. It's got to feel good. Keep your eyes on the prize. Why am I doing this? To feel good now and even more so in the future. All right? Get this stuff going. All right? Enjoy your day, everybody. I'm signing off. I will see some of you tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing some of you signing up for the mailing list if you want to. It's all up to you. But this is where I go. This is where I'm going. And if you want to, come on this road trip with me, okay? I'll see you later.